I'm Deborah Darlow, I'm Housing Officer for 100 Houses and I manage the properties at Eastfields. This video has been created to show you the phase 1 of the redevelopment at Eastfields. It shows you work that took place before you moved out of your property and the work that was carried out so that you can move back into your new home.
My name's Nick Abbey and I'm the chair of 100 Houses Society. We are a not-for-profit organisation, which means we don't have shareholders that take any profits out of the organisation at all. And we manage around 1,300 properties in Cambridge and South Cambridgeshire. We've been around in the area for over 80 years now, trying to make a difference for people who need a first home or a continuing home, and for people who would find it very hard to pay the sort of prices that the current market would charge. So at 100 Houses, we've been thinking hard about what our contribution should be. How can we help people today to find their first home or somewhere that they can afford to rent? One of the projects that we are particularly proud about at 100 Houses is the way that we have managed to rework the Eastfields estate. Now that's one of the first estates that were developed by 100 Houses, 26 properties that people have lived in ever since the mid-1930s. But these days the properties don't meet the thermal insulation standards that we want them to, and after many discussions with our residents we decided the best thing to do was to really regenerate that whole area quite considerably. So I'm afraid it's meant that we've had to move a number of people out, but the good news is that some of those people will be moving back to the new properties here. We're able to provide 50 homes now on land where previously we only had 26. And these properties really are cutting edge in terms of the way that they meet all sorts of energy and environmental standards. So we've got boilers here which are much more efficient than they were before, bringing down the running costs for the people that live here. This we hope is going to make a great home for families for the future, and somewhere where they're going to be proud to call home.
This is the three-stage project and our aim is for phase 1 and 2 of the development to be complete and ready by March 2018 and phase 3 to be complete by November 2018. Phase 1 began in October 2016 with the demolition of numbers 45 to 60 Eastfield. Before the work started on site, we visited all of you who were going to lose your homes as a result of the redevelopment. We worked closely with you to find a suitable property to meet your individual needs in the right location for you. Some of you were keen to move back into one of the new homes and stay close to neighbours who had developed close friendships with you over the years at Eastfield. Others decided to take up offer elsewhere, but everyone wanted to stay in the local community and continue to live in a 100 Houses home. Here you will see the progress from autumn through to spring, including the archaeological dig.
Opened up this area to reveal a metal surface, possibly of medieval or post-medieval date, and a few ditches and pits as well. The amount of archaeology is relatively low, it just needs to be recorded before the construction goes ahead.
I'm Mavis, and I've lived at 73 Eastfields for 55 years. These houses are really damp. Although you've got full central heating on, there's about a 3-foot drop under these floors, and the damp and the cold comes up because the bungalows are not ready yet. I've got to move into an apartment in Freeman House. A lot of people I know are going to move into the first phase, so they won't be far away. And that's quite nice to think that you're still in the area where people you know are going to be there with you.
We understand how disruptive it is to live near a building site due to all the noise and dust that's created. We worked hard to be responsible neighbours to reduce the impact that the building of new homes had on your quality of life.
Here are some short interviews with our first customers who've moved back into their homes at Eastfields.
Waited a long time for these, but it's been worth waiting for. Have you seen inside them? And I moved in yesterday, and I must admit I am delighted with the place. It's finished to a very, very high spec. That whole wall there is taken up to be an airing company now. It's massive. I threw something in there yesterday, I don't think I'll ever see it again. I spent 35, 40 years living next door to Mavis at 72 Eastfields, and now I've moved next door to her again at 45 Eastfields, so we're not gone very far.
The 100 houses have been marvellous, absolutely marvellous. The girls have been fantastic. Samantha and Michelle and Deborah and all them, they've really, really put themselves out to help me. And also, I'm at a stage of my age where I couldn't get in and out of a bath, so the wet room is absolutely ideal.
It was a nice surprise when you come into these bungalows how spacious they are. Because you look at the plans, and we spent hours and hours and hours measuring up to see if the furniture would fit. The finishings and the furnishings are first rate. You can't fault the actual building and whatnot. It's good. And also we even got away with, we got a shed as well.
I think 100 Houses and Lovels and Adam and all them have really pulled out all the stops for our bungalows, and we do appreciate it very much indeed.
We at 100 Houses hope you've enjoyed seeing how we've created your new home and neighbourhood. We hope you are very happy here.